first NFL training camp feel?
It's good. It feels good. It's hot. The weather feels like home, though. I'm from Florida, so I'm kind of used to it. But, it was a good first day of actually going at it, and I can't wait for the rest. So.
Yeah, how'd it feel to go at it a little bit and throw the ball around?
It felt good. I felt comfortable. I felt confident, and just continue to make sure, we just keep stacking these days, because the season is right around the corner. So, just got to make sure that we're all ready for that.
Biggest difference?
I'm curious about the use of the GoPro on the helmet. How much do you like that view, and have you ever done it before? Like, what's kind of the lowdown on that?
Yeah, it's a nice view. I like it, but I don't like hearing my voice. I don't like hearing my voice whenever I'm talking and saying the plays, because I feel like my voice sounds different when I'm like in person versus on the recording. But other than that, man, I like the view. It's a cool thing. I'm glad we got it.
Has the speed of the 11-on-11 drills been hard to adjust to, or did you notice it?
No, man. I had OTAs and stuff. I had, training camp, like the rookie mini camp and stuff. So I'm good, man. Just making sure, just processing everything and just, like I said, take it day by day. So.
Could you discuss a couple of throws today? You had one to Rondell, a back shoulder one, and a deep one that, right, looked pretty good. Just how do you feel your passing was today?
Yeah, man, I feel like it was good, but there's a lot of things that I want to continue to improve on, and that's, as I continue to, learn the offense, continue to get better within the offense, and just bringing everybody along with me, just being that leader and carrying on that role as the quarterback, I feel like I got a lot of areas to get better in, and that's what I've been working on. But, today was a pretty good first day, that connection with Rondell, it's been good, since OTA, so.
Have they shared with you your plan for exhibition games and if you're going to play?
No, they have not. I don't know yet.
Would you like to get some live NFL action?
I love playing football.
There's been,
So that's a yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's always talk about, lefty quarterbacks, the ball has been a little bit different for the guys that catch it. Do you have to work with the receivers at all, just a little bit more to kind of get them used to the way you throw it?
I haven't really noticed that. Obviously for me, it's nothing different for me, just throwing it to the open guy. But, for some of the guys, if they need, extra throws, extra catches and stuff like that, I make sure I get with them. But for the most part, we do routes on air and stuff like that, and everybody been catching the ball clean. So, I haven't seen anybody, struggling or anything. So I feel like, man, we're all professionals, so they're going to make the play and I got to make the throw. So
what's it like going against the ones with Jesse Bates at the end there? Obviously, it's not full go, but those are some pretty strong football minds on the other side.
Yeah, man, it's good. I was just telling Coach, man, I like that. I like to be able to go against the ones and he talking about go Ducks. We whooped them 3 times. But yeah, like I said, it feels good, to be able to compete against the ones, it's only gonna make me better, and make the second team better. So.
When he was the wide receivers coach, TJ Yates came up with some pretty creative drills. Have you had any creative drills from him so far in camp?
No, he don't really do anything crazy, nothing that a lot of us haven't done before. So I wouldn't say it's any crazy drills.
We learned from Pitts that you go to bed pretty early, and you and Kirk are the earliest.
Oh, yeah, he in my room, yeah.
What time is bedtime for you?
I'll be going to sleep 9:30. Yeah, I'll be out because I'll be up early, so I got to make sure I get my rest, so 9:30.
NCAA action?
Nah, I ain't even get NCAA. Nah, I don't got it.
What time's your alarm clock go off in the morning?
Mine's go off at 5:30. 5:30.
We've been talking about must-have snacks. Kurt's a trail mix guy.
I got him some trail mix. He told you?
Yeah. You got it for him?
Yeah. He was like, I like trail mix. I was like, all right, I got you. But yeah, for me, I don't know. I don't really got I'm in the moment type of guy. Whatever I'm feeling, either fruit or I just like to eat food. I don't really like the snack stuff.
Does it feel a little like college though, being in the dorms again?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, kinda. But it's convenient. I wake up, I just walk over to work. So it's easy. So.
Other than trail mix, have you gotten to talk with Kirk a lot and bond with him a little bit in the room?
Yeah, man. He's great, man. He's so smart. Just continue to learn from him and continue to just watch what he do day in and day out. How he carries himself and how he leads the offense. Just me make sure I'm taking that in. And just obviously as a leader myself, you know, I like to learn as well. You know, it's a continuing learning process, you know, throughout this whole journey. So, you know, I'm going to continue to learn. So.
Do you guys have like one-on-one time together?
We haven't, you know, but we're in the quarterback room all the time. We spend most of the day in there, so you know, I see him a lot. So.
Have you reviewed any of his GoPro footage, and were you interested in learning from like?
Yeah, for sure. You know, so we only got it yesterday. Was the first day seeing that GoPro for me, and you know, just listening how he called the plays, how he, you know, take control of the huddle and stuff like that. You know, it's elite. So.
Have you had the GoPro before? Like, have you worked with it? You know?
No, I haven't.
Mike, what's your process for taking notes?
For taking notes?
Yeah, how do you take it down?
Mine's is so I got iPad and I got a you know, a notebook, pen and paper. So you know, I use both. You know, usually team meetings I use my iPad. You know, for installing I got to use pen and paper. You know, just so nothing get lost or anything like that. And you know, I like seeing my own handwriting because on the iPad I can write my handwriting, but it adjusts to. You know
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so it's crazy the technology we got, but yeah, man, I take a ton of notes. You know, it's just anything I don't feel comfortable with or anything I'm trying to learn. You know, even if I do know it, if I feel like you know, coach give us an adjustment or something to look out for within that play, I take it down. So.
Kirk has talked to some about his process, and he says he draws it out, and he doesn't feel like he's got it down until he can hear the play call and then sketch it basically.
Yeah.
Do you do something similar?
Yeah, so when we install, I'm drawing every play. You know, and then you know, walkthroughs are the things that, like, you know, when we go to walkthrough, that's like something that solidifies, like, okay, I'm good, you know, because once I draw it out, you know, I go over it, rep it, you know, to myself, you know, I know it, but then, like, sometimes you want to be able to see it, you know,
right.
see the line, like, where the guys are lining up, you know, and stuff like that, you know, just so that you get that feel. And, you know, for me, that's once we do that, you know, I'll be ready. So.
Have you looked at Kirk's notes? Is that something that you try to learn the way he does it and pick up some things?
I peek over at his notebook sometimes.
Yeah.
He on the other side of the table, but yeah, he got like a grid notebook, a huge notebook. His note's crazy, but I peek over sometimes. I can't really see. He's right small, but I be trying to look.
How many pages will you fill in a typical meeting?
In a typical meeting, well, it just depends on the meeting that day, you know, because like today we didn't really install anything because we installed it yesterday, and then today's meeting was just like going over the script. So,
Okay.
you know, but then if we install,
like
yeah, it'll probably be like 2 pages. It's nothing crazy because
Okay.
a lot of our stuff we install, like we already got everything down. Like if I go back to the notes we already had since OTAs and stuff, it's a ton. But like now it's just like, you know, just repping it again. You know, just make sure that we're clean with it. So it's not as much notes unless I find something new within the play that, you know, I want to make sure I note down so that I can be alert for when we come out.
How much are you looking forward to just throwing the ball in front of fans tomorrow for the first time?
I just love to throw the ball. It don't matter. I'm excited to see the fans though. Like I know this fan base is amazing. You know, I'm super excited to be in front of them. But you know, for me, like I gotta go throw the ball. So if I'm out there throwing terrible balls, they're not gonna like that. So I gotta make sure I'm on my game, and you know, and I do that every day. You know, it doesn't matter if the fans are here, if we had no crowd. You know, that's just a part of just the work I do, you know, and the things that, you know, I hold myself accountable of, and, you know, just having those high standards. And but I'm excited to see the fans. I'm excited.
Bring a different juice when there are fans compared to no fans, though?
Say it again?
Does it bring a different juice to the practice? When
Oh, it do. It do. I'm not going to lie, it do, because you feel it. You know, as soon as you run out, hear people screaming, you make a big play, people scream, you feel it for real. So I'm excited for it. I can't wait.
You talk about getting up, you know, pretty early before the day. What's kind of just like a routine or a must for you before, you know, training camp starts?
Yeah, I get up, do like the little hyperbaric chamber every day for about an hour. And then by that time, we lift right after that. So it's like lift, we got meetings and stuff like that. But that's usually hyperbaric chamber, get some treatment, whatever I need for the day. Usually I get it the night before too. So, you know, I get it all done. I just gotta make sure I'm ready for practice. That's the main thing.
What do you feel like has been the biggest learning curve so far for you?
I'm not sure. It's just a different feel to practice, you know, in the league. Like, it's like everything is much cleaner, you know. It's like, you know, you get the guys competing at 100%, you know, but at the same time, you know, it's controlled. You know, it's controlled. You know, guys are staying off the ground. You know, guys making plays, you know, but they're being smart, you know. And in college, you know, when you compete and it's everybody just flying around everywhere, you guys on the ground, you know, but it's none of that in the league, you know, and just adjusting to that, adjusting to the tempos, the different tempo days that we have, you know, knowing when it's a draw through, knowing we're going full go, you know, stuff like that. You know, I feel like that's the biggest thing, like, I had to learn, you know, as far as, you know, me, like, because every time I snap the ball, if it's a pass play, I want to throw the ball. But if we're in jog through, they don't want me to throw the ball. So it's like stuff like that, you know. And I remember the first couple of days, I was still throwing the ball, and I was like, oh, my bad. Like, as soon as I throw it, I'm like, dang, I'm not supposed to throw it. But
Did you watch the Receivers doc at all? The documentary on Netflix?
I haven't watched it yet. No, I haven't watched it.
What have your relationships been like with some of the receivers, though? Did you do extra work just like leading up in the training camp at all with any of the guys?
Yeah, I worked with a couple of the guys, some of the guys that was in Tampa. So Mac, he was in Tampa, and then Ray, he was in Tampa as well. So I worked with those two guys. When I came back here, you know, I had some of the rookies, and I had Dalen out there. I had Isaiah Wooden out there. You know, so it's just whenever you find a time, you know, everybody is in different places. You know, people have their guys they go train with in the off season and stuff like that. So you can't always, you know, unless I construct something and like get everybody to come here. But most of the time, people want to, you know, get away for a little bit. So, but the receivers are great. I have a great relationship with all of them. Just continuing to build that chemistry with them. So.
You more settled? Do you have a place to live? You like know Atlanta a little bit more now?
I'm still living in a B&B. But I move in next week, so I'm excited for that. So.
How are you feeling? I know it's day 2, but how's it feel to be out there?
It's hot. No, but I feel good. I feel like, you know, this is a different team. You know, we're coming together and, you know, building our confidence as a team. So it's pretty neat to see.
How's it just, I mean, I know you guys were working with, you know, Kirk during the offseason, but have you kind of just seen his progression, even feeling more healthy?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's the leader of the ship. So, you know, he's being the captain, and, you know, we're just grounding for him and, you know, being in the right place at the right time.
How did it go today? The offense looked like scoring a bunch of touchdowns there and moving the ball around.
We had some minor mistakes that we can fix going into tomorrow, and just trying to perfect those. And, yeah, we starting to execute a little better.
How do you feel about this offense in general? It seemed like you guys were working on a lot of kind of motions and like getting out into the routes right off the snap. Like, any difference, or how does it feel for you?
I mean, we've had motions in the past, so just different people are doing it. But it's you know, it's pretty neat to see how everyone's getting utilized.
Kirk has used the word intentional a lot. It seems like there's a lot of intentionality with like the install and specifically with these drop-throughs. What have you seen with that?
Just everybody, being intentional in your details, intentional in your communication. So just everybody working together so that, you know, each play can execute.
What's Kirk like as a roommate?
I've talked to Kirk 0 times in the room. Kirk's he goes to sleep early. I talked to him before he goes to sleep. Like 9:30.
9:30.
Maybe even before that.
He said he's snack-wise, he's a big trail mix guy.
Big trail mix guy.
So what about you? What's like the must?
I love a good snickerdoodle cookie, or some fried Oreos, Gushers. Yeah. But I try and catch him right before he goes to sleep so we can go over that script, and then he's nodding, he's yawning around 8, and I'm like, oh man. So
picturing like reading glasses.
No, not reading glasses. Not reading glasses. You talk to the family, then he goes to sleep. So.
Kyle, how does the knee feel now as opposed to this time last year during training camp?
It feels pretty good. Feels better.
Still being a little silly. He mentioned that the room was a little hot the first night, and he's like, it's got to be 68. It was like locked at 72. Are you a cold guy or?
Yeah, during camp I am for sure. You need it to be cold so you can get in that deep sleep. 72, it was beaming in there, and I'm like, Lord Jesus. And then it's a pin on the AC, so they couldn't help us till the next day. Yeah, they fixed it, so we're all good now.
What's it at now? What thermostat?
68.
68.
Yeah.
You talked a lot about the utilization of all the playmakers on the field. They've had you at receiver a lot so far in camp, although only day 2. How does that really open things up for you to be lined up out wide in the slot, just different areas on the field?
Just to be able to show my abilities to run outside the numbers, inside the numbers, in line, and be versatile and be his best key to this offense as I can, just help out wherever I can.
There's a lot of Georgia guys in the tight end.
Oh my gosh.
Even like Charlie and then Charlie
Fitz.
played together in San Francisco. What is that like atmosphere like in the room?
I am dreading when we get to play him. It's gonna be a lot of trash talk. You know, I just hope Florida just hunkers down this year and I can talk my trash.
Yeah.
But I don't like it. It's a lot of dog country. Lorenzo. We used to have Shave. I mean, it's a couple other Georgia guys, and I just have to hear it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
How'd you end up in the same room with the quarterbacks?
I don't know. That's an operations question.
What was your reaction just to the new locker room, like when you saw it?
It was beautiful. Beautiful. The chairs are so soft. You know, after a hot day like today, you can sit down for a second and decompress. And it's pretty cool to see, you know, new things coming around, and everybody just, you know, buying in and just making it a stress-less environment.
Who's next to you, like who's your locker mates, and then also just how do you think it can help, you know, since it's so nice now to kind of keep guys there and just, you know, keep, you know, talking and building chemistry and things like that?
Yeah, I'm next to our Rondell and Fitz. And then it's pretty spread out in between positions, offense and defense. So it's not, you know, tight ends here or receivers in one corner. It's pretty spread out. So everybody's learning about each other and, you know, finding out different things with people who you haven't talked to normally. And they not have to, but you ordainedly will.
Maybe it wasn't your choice, but did you like being with the quarterbacks? Maybe you're kind of eavesdropping.
It doesn't really.
Conversations.
I mean, it's not as much conversation as you think. I talk to Taylor more. Mike and Kirk do go to sleep pretty early. So it's not a plus or minus. Yeah, Mike's an early downer. He's older than me.
That's true.
So, you know, they get their plays done and they go and take it down. So
Is he earlier than Kurt?
he might be neck and neck.
Really?
Yeah, Mike takes it down pretty early. You hear those two doors close. And then I'll pop in and see Taylor. And I'm like, okay, I can talk to him for a little bit.
We also shocked no one has the new college football game yet?
No, Taylor's been on it. Taylor's been playing it. He's teaching me how to play it. It's actually pretty hard, if you ask me. I have not played the game in a long time.
Why is it hard?
It's just different controls, and I just haven't been playing.
Don't overdo it. People get injured playing that game. Don't want you messing up your thumbs.
Oh, no, I can't do that. No, I'm doing more watching watching on YouTube than I am playing.
How was this offseason just different for you being a dad? Just how much more special? Did you kind of see it differently or do different things?
Yeah, it was great. You know, going to the zoo, that was new. The Georgia Zoo, the aquarium is amazing. I got to do the backstage type of thing and see how they feed and how they deal with the different animals and things. Didn't go on the reptile exhibit. Just being around him is fun every time. You know, seeing him smile is the best thing ever. So it's a pretty cool motivation in the back of my head.
Do you notice any energy difference just without fans on the hill? I mean, you guys get fans tomorrow, so are you pumped for that? And then just do you notice a difference on that?
I mean, we bring our own energy, but we do feed off the crowd. That's pretty awesome. So we'll, you know, seize every time opportunity we can with the fans out there, but we have to have our own energy because we get them to yell. They can't yell, if we're not doing anything good.
With your fourth training camp, is there anything that feels more comfortable than years past?
Just the operation of being a professional, learning how to, be better, take care of your body, studying, sleep, recovery, all those type of things.
Bijan was saying he was getting a little more feedback, able to give feedback to the coaches. You feel you're getting a little more feedback from you two guys like Zach Robinson? What you want to do?
Yeah, definitely from Zach, from Kirk. Kirk, he'll tell you where he wants you to be and to protect you. So that's a big thing. And just listen, it's an inclusive environment. Everybody's working off each other, and we're just trying to execute at a high level.
You mentioned there was kind of like, I don't know, a little bit of a different vibe. Just what feels different about this season, this training camp?
Just a different team, different attitudes, different energies. You got people from all over, so it's just always each year is a new locker room, and just to have different funnier people in the locker room and different coaches, different people in the staff. It's pretty cool.
Do you set your goals like for the season at the beginning of training camp, or is that later in training camp? And what do you kind of work on at this point in your career?
I would just say I kind of work day by day, but I also have goals in mind. Each stage is different, camp versus season, so just going about it by stages.
Hey, Coach Kevin was talking about. He said he watched all your film. It's like he wants you to play fast, like you did your rookie year, and pointed to the Buffalo play.
Mm-hmm.
How's that coming along, and how'd you receive his, messages?
competitive excellence. You know, he's saying it for a reason, and he sees it. So just going along and playing fast.
Go back to that play. What happened on that cross? I mean, I was there.
What happened? I think it was I had a high cross, caught it and stiff-armed him, and got up the sideline.
So you see why our coach was getting excited about it.
Yeah, definitely. It was explosive, and it was a pretty good. It was a close game. We had some minor mistakes that kind of hurt us a little bit. Reasoning us in the loss, but it was a good game, and that was a good explosive to have before the half.
And then coaches when they see that, like, hey, I want to see that some more.
Oh yeah, they will.
How's the dynamic changed just when you guys put pads on for the first time in camp?
We're taking it day by day. Got another day of practice tomorrow in front of fans at the high school, and then when we get to Monday, we'll have that conversation.
So pads are tomorrow?
No.
During OTA, Zach talked about you being wanting to be a complete tight end and working towards that. How have you made strides towards becoming a complete tight end with blocking, being a receiving threat, all those things?
First, it is knowing your book and knowing the defenses, the fronts, the coverages, being able to play faster, and that'll help you, lead to when you're on the outside and then in the slot and in line. That'll help help to be a complete tight end.
All right. Anything else?
All right.
A couple days in, how's it going so far?
I mean, it's second day. I think we're getting better day by day, and I think the energy's there. I feel like everybody's doing a good job of just getting better, and we got a lot of good leaders on the offense. And I think Kirk and Kyle Pitts and Jake and Chris are doing a good job of leading us. So I'm gonna get behind those guys.
How are those guys leading? I mean, we hear Kirk and the dad jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
We've known Jake for a while. How do their leadership styles stack up?
I mean, Kirk is more vocal, and Jake is more of a leader by example. Going to year 11, and he has a lot of games under his belt and stuff like that. So I'm trying to learn from him, like directly next to him. But I know he's an example for a lot of guys on this team.
And I think, did you say Kyle too?
Yeah, Kyle Pitts is, I think. He stepped up in that leadership role. I think he's doing a good job of just being vocal, just being there, and also leading by example.
Are you hearing him speak up more? Because when we talk to him, he's kind of a quiet, chill, laid-back dude. Are you hearing his voice?
Oh, no. He gonna talk. Kyle's gonna talk. Kyle's gonna talk. He might be a little shy for you guys, but he gonna
Fair
talk.
enough.
Yeah, he's a good leader.
How are you feeling different from this time last year?
I mean, I definitely feel better, feel more comfortable. Obviously, just having that rookie year under my belt and that rookie year behind me, I definitely feel better and more comfortable. There's a lot of stuff to work on, especially with my feet, my hands, but that's what camp's for, right? Just getting better.
One of the little, differences this year is now your quarterback has a camera on his face.
Yeah.
The huddle. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I think it kind of made me look weird when I watch film. I think I look a lot bigger than I thought I'd look, but it's a good angle. It's a good angle.
Wait, so they when you're watching film, they're putting up that film?
Yeah, you can see that and you can hear the audio as well. So it's not my best angle, but I think it's a good angle to watch film for, though.
Does that help? I mean, getting to hear how does that help you, I guess? Like, what are they trying to get out of seeing that film back?
I mean, it helps a lot. You just, obviously for the receivers and for the quarterback, just seeing the vision, and for the O-line, especially for the cadence, stuff like that, getting to hear that cadence over and over again so to get used to it. Because it's definitely a lot different from last year, his cadence and his style of, undressing the defense and stuff like that. So we have to get used to that.
I know you guys always want to keep a quarterback protected, but when you've got a guy coming back from an Achilles, I know it's got to be even a bigger priority for you guys.
Yeah, we certainly have a chip on our shoulder on that step point. I feel like, Kirk got back from the injury, and also everybody appreciate Kirk, and let's be honest, he's kind of old as well, so you want to avoid any type of contact to the quarterback. So I'll do my best, and I'll train, I'll train as long as I can to keep him clean.
Matthew, sorry. Well, following up on what you said, chip on your shoulder, you guys have your reputation as a strong unit, but it was kind of based a lot on your run blocking. Do you think you have something to prove in terms of pass protection?
I mean, I feel we got to get better in a lot of areas. Also, run blocking, you're never perfect, even though a lot of people give us credit for that. We have to get better in that standpoint. But also, pass blocking, like you said, having Kirk back there, there's definitely some details that you got to take in count and just be better.
Matthew, when you say Kirk is undressing the defense and a little bit better, about that, how does that impact you all as an offensive line and improve your chances on a given play?
I mean, it helps for the checks and stuff like that, protection, especially in the run game, just giving us a point, stuff like that.
A couple days in, how's it going so far?
Good. Life is good. I'm blessed.
How's that? How are you just feeling this year? How does it compare to how you were feeling this time a year ago?
I mean, still trying to learn as much as I can, but I've been through a year of this, so I kind of know what to expect. Know there's going to be highs and lows, but just got to keep every day show up and work.
How was the off season? What did you do? What did you focus on?
It was good, man. I traveled. When I went out of the country a little bit. Went to some cities in the country, and then pretty much just chilled, bro. I took this off season a lot. A lot of reflection. Just kind of be by myself. Read a lot of books. Spent some time in the Bible and the Word. Got closer to God and things like that. So it was a pretty good off season.
Where'd you go internationally? Any highlights?
I went to Colombia.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was good.
That's awesome.
I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
So that was a struggle, but it was good.
You pick up any?
No.
Okay.
Nah.
Next one. How is it, getting used to the defense so far? How does it suit what you do well?
Yeah, I mean, it allows us to be versatile. The guys in our room, are asked to do a lot. And I feel like we embrace that challenge, because we know, O-line dealing, that's the heartbeat of the team. So, we take pride in that, so we just try to get after it every day.
How nice is it to see Grady? I'm not, let Coach talk about how much he's doing or whatever, but just seeing him out here.
It's always good to see Grady. That's my guy. Yeah.
What does he bring to this unit in terms of not just play, but leadership and his presence?
Just how he carries himself. He's been there. He's done that. He's done it at the highest level. So just kind of watching him, how he goes about things. Something simple from just like how he does drills, his transitions. How he acts on the sideline. How he plays. Just kind of everything out there. Being a good vet for everybody to kind of be like, okay, if I'm not doing like Grady, I'm not doing it right.
Last question I got for you. Now you got some young guys in the room. You got Rook. You got a bunch of young guys. What pieces of advice have you been sharing with them as they start their first training camp?
Everything the vets told me. Everything I learned the hard way. I try to tell them so they don't have to learn it as hard a way I did. But just kind of, I mean, we're all the same age for real. So like, it's not even like they rookies. So it's like. We just kind of, talk about what regular 22, 23-year-olds talk about.
Is there anything that comes to mind that was like, I learned that the hard way and I'm going to save them the time?
Oh, nah. Everything, bro. Everything. From just taking care of your body to film, literally everything, bro. How to operate off the field, all that, bro. Just as much as I can give them. So like I said, they don't have to learn it the hard way. I will.
Some people are targeting the pass rush as a key that must be answered in this preseason. Is that a motivating factor for you guys?
What?
To answer
to get to the quarterback, that's a motivating factor for every D lineman, I mean, yeah, we take pride in that. Obviously, stopping the run first, that's a mentality thing. So we gotta stop the run. But then, like I say, getting to the quarterback, every D line wants to do that and wants to do it at a high level. So that's something that we don't shy away from. We got to get to the quarterback. We got to get home.
From a personal standpoint, going from this next year and this next step, what are some personal goals that you have for yourself, and personally, what you're looking to accomplish?
I mean, I just want to improve off last season. Really, like numbers-wise, haven't really sat down and wrote down any numbers in the book. Just if I improve, gain the trust of the vets more, the coaches and everything, just go out there and make plays. Just like I said, just be a better Zach Harrison than what we saw last year.
Cool. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Do you feel like the level of training that it seems like a lot of the team has done over the offseason has allowed you guys to have a little bit of a ramp-up period that focuses more on the mental side of things because you're in kind of good shape already physically?
Yeah, I feel like we have put in the work in during the offseason. The whole team pretty much is in shape. And today was a little bit of a ramp-up period. It was fun, kind of putting a little bit of physicality into it because it's kind of get boring doing the two-hand touch thing. So it was fun today, definitely was.
How do you see kind of your role evolving this year as you get more and more into Jimmy Lake's scheme and what he's wanting from you specifically?
I'm excited for it. I'm ready for it all. Not just as a pass rusher. I feel like I'm trying to evolve into that all-around players. I'm a run-stopper as well, Just time for me to go out there and show it.
Raheem has complimented Kyle Pitts for his blocking this offseason, and I saw you go up against him a couple of times in the 11-on-11s. How do you feel like he's improved in that area?
It is improved a lot. I feel like we getting each other better out there, in terms of him bringing the best out of himself and me going at it as well. So we only going to get better as camp goes on.
Look at the makeup of this defense. What can
I think just everybody feeling comfortable about the scheme and everything. Just playing fast. At the end of the day, it really comes to being prepared, playing fast and physical, and just fun out there. At the end of the day, football is fun, so not making it harder than what it has to be.
You made a leap from year 1 to year 2. What's a leap into year 3 look like for you?
I feel like for me, it was a big part for me going into the offseason. I feel like at the end of year 2, I feel like I understood what it took to go out there and dominate. And for me, just offseason, I was focusing on refining my tools. And going into this season, I want to start fast, right where I left off at the end of last season. Just from the jump, technically, that's what I'm looking forward to.
What do you think is the coolest sounding pass rush move name?
I guess the ghost.
Right?
Move.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. That's
I don't use it much, but the ghost move sound. I feel like as an offensive lineman, getting spun on is always the most disrespectful thing for them.
Okay.
They're headed. I feel like if you're an old lineman, somebody spin on you is like spit in the face kind of.
So that's the ultimate, like, you want to add that to your toolbox so you
can
pull it out?
I spin a couple times, but I had a spin sack in the preseason. I have yet to have a spin sack in the actual in-season game, so mark my word, this year, it's coming.
We'll write it down. It's on the record.
Yep.
Arnold, it's only been 2 practices in training camp, but how much can going against a guy who's been in the league for as long as Kirk has compared to a guy who only played 4 games, how much will that make you guys better?
You can see it. I don't think I have to say much about it. Just watching practice, you can tell how much of a difference it makes. Just him, just being out there as a veteran, he's seen a lot. He understands defenses. He knows how to bring a team together. So we're just glad to have him, and I'm excited to go to battle with him.
He wears the GoPro on his helmet. Do y'all get that feed? Do y'all get to watch film from his point of view?
Well,
because I think you should.
I would like to, actually, I would like to see myself coming around the corner and just tell him, that was a sack. Right? If he disagrees, we can just go back and watch the GoPro. You saw me,
Have you picked his brain, or do you think you will pick his brain?
I will. I talked to him a few times on lunch. I feel like as the season comes around, as we start to break down like offenses, now that's someone I definitely would like to talk to, kind of seeing different tendencies and what I should expect in different parts of the game.
You were here when Zach Harrison. You were here when Zach Harrison arrived last year. How have you seen him evolve?
I feel like he looks different than he did last year. Way bigger now. He's a great player just for his size and being able to move the way he does. I think the sky's the limit for him.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Kind of first official day, yeah. So getting back in the swing of things, it's been great.
What are you kind of coming into hoping to accomplish? I know it's early, but what do you kind of look forward to goals wise?
We're just getting started. We still getting things going, getting the playbook, getting our techniques right, and because it's a different scheme from what we did here last year, but it's just kind of getting things going. Yeah.
Are there any young rookies we should be on the lookout for? Anyone impress you so far?
Every single one of them. You just gotta have your eyes out. You see them show out for sure. Yeah.
We were talking to some of the guys. Just who are you rooming with?
So it's actually me, Grady, and Street.
Okay.
And TQ.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think are you like one of the young ones in the group? Are you like your one? No?
I'm not.
You're not? So what is, we were talking to the guys just about like the snack situation, like what's the theory?
Oh yeah, they got us split up already. Yeah, we got snacks in our room already. They went and got it.
What's a must
yesterday?
Snack for you?
I don't really mind. Yeah, I really don't mind.
What are you personally just trying to work on in camp? What else can you do to get better?
For me, basically, I take it the same way every year. You got to come in with a blank slate to basically improve on everything. You can't come off, think about coming off last year, because last year was a completely different year. So I feel like every year you got to come in with the same mindset to learn, basically on every phase, like if it's so wrong in the past. So that's my approach towards it.
What's it been like working with a new defensive coordinator?
It's great, just getting going. We were here during OTAs at first. We got these little hand drills, And at first, it kind of looked like it looked really bad the first day. But just doing it and working on that, today we kind of finished up practice with that. You can kind of see the improvement with that as well.
How's Coach Rogers been as a position group coach for you guys?
He's been great.
He's a quarterback.
He's been great. He's coached the position for a long time. He's coached for a long time. He's got the reputation as well, in the league. So, and just picking his mind as well with certain things, and just his approach to certain things he sees out there, and how he goes through his thinking. Yeah.
It's interesting because this is I believe the first time that you and Caden have had a significant change as a defensive coordinator, because y'all obviously came from the Saints, had the same guys in the same system, and now there's somebody coming in from the outside. I'm curious kind of what you've learned about yourself as you've gone through this new part of install with a new person.
Well, it's just being a sponge. You don't know what the next day holds. You gotta be ready to absorb information, and I think that's the biggest thing.
How much are you looking forward to just having fans tomorrow?
Where we at tomorrow?
Second year.
High school?
I didn't know that.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah.
Surprise!
Yeah, but
Fans will be there.
I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Just being out there, having the fans see the team for, I guess, the first time. OTA is kind of close, so that would be pretty good.
Awesome.